trying to cut around this slough. It's heavy. And it's not dry. This is gonna be a big one. Yeah. Oh, nice. 2,400. The canola up here is heavier than we thought. I am right full. Come on, cart. I'm 100% full. Yep. There she is. This is the best field because it's not just wide open and straight. I'm in the middle of nowhere. My dad went over there somewhere. This is just like an island bush, and then there's another island bush over there, and then they're kind of the same, so you get mixed up. It's the best cutting in here at night. It's way more fun. He's coming around this way. Okay. That's what I mean. It's way more fun. This header's whining. I think it's like it's low on oil. You can hear it. I didn't run it yesterday, so I didn't know what it sounded like. That's my header oil sight gauge. Got to clean that off because it is covered in dust. Try to find a half-level spot, kind of hard to do, in the hills. Put my header on the ground-ish. Well, it's right there. Check oil level every 25 hours. Circuit with lightly counting ground and flow module is level. Yeah. Why is it all bubbly?
It could have been because you're leaning, like you're hard leaning to the right, and so that pump would have been on the high side, so maybe it was just at that one spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go forward and then it leans to the left and see if it makes any difference. I'm not sure, kind of went away now. Maybe it's still warming up, or maybe it's that side hill on any piece of flat ground that I can find. It's quiet. Now I gotta set a line because he can't. Waiting for a part from John Deere. It's gonna be a few days, and it's Sunday today. The steering valve, solenoid on the steering valve. Thought it was a sensor, but it's not gonna be that easy. So that could take a while. So we're old schooling it in that guy. This is the good combine. So with only the one combine having AutoSteer, gotta switch up our pattern because usually we work from one side all the way to the other, unloading the same way, and then you just pick your passes because the passes are sectioned off, so there are no misses. We have our member has left the worker. All our passes are 39 feet with 40-foot headers. Anyway, we can't do that, so we kind of have to split the field, and one guy work on one part, the other guy work on the other part, the way we used to do it, and then work, get farther and farther away from each other, and then the cart in the middle. We'll figure it out. Never used to have AutoSteer in the combines, and then when we did get it, we just used it for the wheat because the wheat was straight, or cutting straight, and then always picked up a swath for canola, so never used it there. But he's doing all right in there. I've only had to adjust my line 3 times, and but in the drill and like the sprayer and stuff nowadays, that is a must-have. What was I doing? I think I was harrowing a few years ago with no AutoSteer. We lost it, and yeah, I harrowed this field, and I was just all over the place. The hollows are heavy, tops of the hills not so heavy. So right here, still loading, but north of 50, maybe touching 60. No, 50. One of the biggest differences between the FD2 and the FD1 is the ability to cut and flex off the ground. So I'm riding on these Contour Master bogey wheels, which is at the very outside of the headers. That way it can follow the ground a lot better than the FD1. There's no contour buddies on that guy, so it's just gauging off of those main wheels, and therefore the edges of the header are dipped lower, cutting lower than the middle of the header, so the middle is almost too high and the edges are almost too low. With these Contour Master wheels, it is a nice even cut throughout, even in flex mode. I thought I was gonna make it to the end, but that doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Well, switching around, we're going to experience the no AutoSteer. Oh, and there's no header height control either. See, on this guy, it just rides on the main wheels. So on the other one with the Contour Master out here, there's a lot more area that it can read the ground off of. Well, this sucks. Won't let me engage my line. Gives an error code. Thought it was a sensor on the rear axle. That is not the case. So I hope we don't have to finish like this. I mean, it's okay if we do. We have 1,000 acres of canola left, but plus the auto height control isn't on. My return to cut is on, so the header just lifts and drops to a preset height, but it does not adjust accordingly as it follows the ground. Look at that, pretty straight. Pretty straight.
3,200 into the back.
But I cheated because I took Grandpa's pass and went off that.
Okay.
When you get to that west end, can you make me another cut? I don't need quite as much room as last time.
Okay. I'm gonna have a couple of half rounds left, but I'll do them after.
We are well into the maze now. Grandpa is up there. Oh, little deer. Can't even see him. Oh, he's following the spur truck. I'm gonna work my way into this little cutout. Have to go around after harvesting the side-by-side. A lot of trees have fallen over from the July 1st windstorm. Cut those up. Push them back into the tree line. Like trees like that. That you gotta cut around. This is a little channel that the sprayer doesn't fit through unless you fold it up. So I didn't fold up for desiccating. I do for every other thing, but a little experiment. Let's see how my driving has been. Oh no. Now if I drove straight enough and Grandpa adjusted his line towards me enough to give myself enough room, I should pick up the rest of this pass going all the way to the other end. I don't want to end up with too much, and that'll leave like a 1 or 2 foot strip down the whole mile. That would be a waste. Or if I'm only picking up like 4 feet, that would kind of be a waste too. So that's not too bad. Header is pretty full. I plugged her. There it goes. without the header height, you're manually, what's going on? You're manually lifting up and down the header and going through the hollows. Like it's so heavy that you try to lift up, but it's still right on the ground, so you're taking more material than you need to. I'm gonna drive. Then I plug my front end. I'm just flying by my instruments. We're done in the trees in the canola maze. Back on the flat where it's a little bit better going, easier cutting, nice and straight, not as much to go around. Flying blind again. Gotta get unloaded going this way, which is west, which isn't ideal, but we're gonna make it work. I think we might pack it in after this pass if I can get it all. I think it's gonna work out. Should get all of this all the way to the other end. Thanks for watching, everybody.